Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Tony Moly Cat Bling Powder Cheeks, or Bling Cat Powder Cheeks, whichever way you want to say it. I picked these up because they were super cheap. That was pretty much it. They were within budget and they looked cute enough. I was kind of intrigued by the colours because I think purple blushes are always really interesting to try out, even though I don't usually like purple blushes. So that is why I picked these up. They do have that little like fat cat on the top of the packaging, so there's like a little cat thing glued on the top. I kind of wonder if I could pull it off because it is a little bit annoying because it sticks up so much. It's really hard to store the blushes, but I think they're pretty firmly glued on. So for these blushes, the product description says, these blushes come with 3 water paint-like colours, delivering high colour payoff with a velvety finish. Housed in a cute Bling Cat compact case with cat paw embossed, the fine powder particles smoothly glide onto your skin to create gorgeous, radiant cheeks express, packed with extracts from cotton and catnip to soothe skin. So the packaging of these products is cute but kind of annoying. Like I said before, they have this bling cat on the front, which I think is really cute, don't get me wrong, but this is kind of annoying because it is kind of really fat, so it makes it really hard to store these unless you're actually putting them on display. There are 3 colours in the collection and the description calls them watercolour-like colours, which would imply that, for me at least, that they would be like watercolours as in like really pastel or really light colours, but then also says that they have a high colour payoff. So it's kind of like, for me, 2 contrasting statements there. I really enjoy the 3 colours in the collection though. I think that they are all really pretty. So shade number 1 is an orange colour. This one is not my favourite because it's orange, but it actually doesn't look too bad and it's not something that I'm opposed to wearing. Like, it's not something that I would never pick up from my collection, but it's just not a favourite. So that is what it looks like in comparison to nothing there. I do have to pick up quite a small amount of powder, so I'm kind of just like tapping my brush in like that, rather than really going in and swirling it in and then just gently patting it on like this, rather than really squishing it on, because I do find that these can be quite pigmented, which is surprising for a Tony Moly blush for me, but better to be a little bit too light and then to build it up than to be too heavy-handed with it and then have to try and sheer it out. So this is what shade number 1 looks like on my skin. I'm not opposed to it whatsoever. I think that it actually looks kind of nice. It's just not my favourite out of the 3. However, for an orange, I think it is pretty good. So this is shade number 1. Shade number 2 is a pretty pink, and obviously the one that I get the most wear out of. If you guys have seen my reviews before, anything that's pink pretty much automatically gets the most amount of wear for me because I just really enjoy pink. I know it doesn't always look the best on my skin tone, but I like it and that's why I wear it. So this is what shade number 2 looks like on my skin there. It's a little bit hard to see, so this is what it looks like without. I'm just using it really lightly as like a really light flush of colour, but you can build it up, and just like the orange one, this one is quite pigmented, so I just use a super light hand. Overall, I'm kind of actually impressed with the quality of these blushes. I feel like they're not clingy, they're pigmented enough that you can build them up really nicely, but they're not so pigmented that I fear the need, like that I'm fearing them or feel like I have to sheer them out. And for a road brand, that is quite nice. So this is shade number 2. The last shade is number 3, which is really pretty pinky lavender colour. I'm not a huge fan of purple blushes. I think someone has actually asked me to do a collection like review sort of thing of all of the purple blushes, all my favourite purple blushes, but I have to say that I don't really have that many favourites. I'm sorry, because I don't particularly love a purple blush on me. This one is really nice though because it's a really pinky kind of colour rather than a blue toned, like I think the lavender is supposed to be blue toned and a lilac is a pink toned purple. But so see how this one doesn't look purple on my cheeks. I actually really like how this one looks. This one is quite sheer in comparison to the 2 other colours, and I do need to pack this on a little bit heavier, but I don't mind that because with a colour like purple, I don't want it to look purple. I just want kind of like the effect of the purple. So this is what it looks like in comparison to nothing. I think that it is super pretty. I kind of wish that, honestly, these didn't have the little bling cat on top. I think that the cat is cute, but it's so bulky, like it sits out sideways and it is quite fat, so it actually makes these blushes really hard to store, and that makes me quite sad because I quite like this purple one. I think that the other two colours are somewhat general, like you could get those colours probably somewhere else. So they're not that special, and I probably have them in my collection already. So maybe I might try and depot this. But this is shade number 3 on both cheeks. I think that this one is really pretty. It kind of just has like, it doesn't even look purple to me really at all. I don't know if it's just me kind of not seeing it, but it looks like just a really nice natural pink colour, and that's why I like it so much. It doesn't look purple because I don't want my cheeks to look purple. But this is shade number 3. So overall for this collection, I actually like it more than I thought I would. When I looked at the colours and the collection online, I kind of was like, you know, it's nothing special. It's 3 blush colours that are general regular colours apart from the purple from a road shop brand that I haven't been that impressed with Tony Moly blushes before. I don't think I've got any in my collection that I have kept out of all the ones I have tried, but I actually think that these are a really nice quality. I'm sorry for the blinking lights at the moment. The controller is stuck under my bed, so I can't change it onto something like steady twinkle or steady glow, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. But I was actually really impressed by the quality and the colours in this collection. I think that the quality is really nice. I didn't experience any chalkiness with the blush, and it didn't stick to any patches of my skin, which is really nice as well. And I think that the colours were really nice too. I think that the pink is like a nice mid-strawberry pink. The orange isn't too extremely orange, and again the purple isn't too purple. I'm wearing the purple at the moment. It just looks like maybe a cool toned pink. I think it is really nice. So I think what I might do is, especially with the lavender, either try to get the cat off the front or try to depot this actually into something else, because I really like the blush itself. It's just that I don't have enough room to keep the actual compact of them. The rest of it is pretty flat, and if it didn't have this cat on the front it would be fine, but when you add the cat on it just makes them so much harder to store, unfortunately. And I know that's not a problem that everybody is going to have, that's just a really personal problem. So overall I think that these blushes are actually pretty good value for money. I would absolutely recommend them if you think that you would like the colours, because they are really cheap. They are, yeah, I think I bought them for like only a couple thousand won, and they are really nice quality too, so I highly recommend them if you like the colours. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!